Well, hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, so I was confused about something and I thought that maybe you're also confused about it and we should sit together and discuss on it and understand what's the issue, what's the problem. So, why do some people are not able to adjust with their environment? Okay, when I say environment, I mean let's talk about work at this point of time. Like, job is such a crucial aspect of everyone's life, but I think most of the people are really not happy with their work life, or maybe the company that they work for, or the job that they are into, the role that they have, or some kind of problem is there. So I thought maybe we should think about it. Why is that happening? And if we can really solve it. I believe it can be solved because I'm very optimistic that way, that there is no problem to which there isn't a solution. Okay, so let's understand this. Maybe most of us have expectations from our job which are not realistic. We have to understand that a job is first purpose of that job is to generate an income, to have a comfortable life. Okay, we need to have that kind of job. The first purpose is that. Next purpose could be how I'm able to apply my brains, or how I'm able to occupy myself throughout the day, other than my family things or like other affairs, how I'm able to productively occupy myself so that I'm able to create something. Human mind in general, the major focus of a human mind is to create, and not just human mind. If you look at the nature also, it's all about creating, correct? Everything, every moment is getting finished and something else is getting created. I speak, finished, you heard, the sound got created. You're listening and the thought got created. You think and some action got created. So something is ending and something is getting created. And similarly, our minds also want to create something. And when we are not able to create something, we are in a state of unrest. The bigger question is not if you like that job or not. The bigger question is, are you able to create well or not? Are you able to create something good or not? And are you happy with what you create? And whatever you are creating, is it relevant for the person who is going to use it? And if not, your creation will lose its value. At least you will feel that. So the main point that we need to come now at is, what are we creating and how good is that? So, what I would want to say is that let's start focusing on creating something great. How do we create a good product? How do we create anything which is of a great value? If First of all, everybody is unique. They have different personalities, they have different minds, different way of looking at things. Some are more analytical, some are more scientific, some are more fictional, like artistic. So everybody has a different kind of personality. Everybody has a different kind of liking, and whatever you are passionate about or whatever you are naturally good at, that will take the least effort from your side to create something. We should all there's You might have heard about the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of the results are created by 20% of the efforts, and rest 80% of the efforts leads to 20% of the results, which also means that if you are good at something, then only 20% of that, like those would be the only 20% of efforts, can lead to 80% of results, which means if you're good at something, you can create something which is of a very high value. So first step would be to identify what I am naturally good at, and then using those skills and abilities to create something. And when you actually create something that you are good at, that is also valuable for the people who are going to use it, and people are going to use it if it is solving any of their problems. Many a times you might say that, for example, if you talk about people who are in the industry of media, you would say that there are so many people who are constantly working but they are not getting successful. So how can we say that efforts, if you are good at it, you will surely get results? What I want to say is that uh, yes, they are good at it, but how, what is the demand of that kind of talent in the market, and what is the supply? So if there is one role that needs to be performed by an artist and we have 10,000 artists for that role, the probability of getting selected is 1 on 10,000. And then we'll say that our hard work is not reaping. Yes, it won't reap in that particular way because there the competition is very high, but that does not mean that your art is not good. If you are a great artist, you can have, you can try and create an avenue for your own self which will work for you, and where the competition is lesser, or you can, within that broader area, you can try to solve a problem or try to cater to an audience which is less catered to, which also means just find a niche of your own. If we talk about like corporate sector or usual, the 9 to 5 jobs that we have, if you're able to match our skills with some kind of work which is also niche, which means they're not very high competition in that area, but that really matches my skill set, then that could be a very deadly combination and that can really lead to results you would be shocked to see. So yes, if you're not liking your work and if that has been happening for a long time, maybe your skills or maybe your personality is not really matching the work that you are doing, and if you're able to find something that matches with your skills and your personality, you will be able to do much well there. But while you do that, it's also important to understand that in that process, we should not disturb the life of anybody else who is connected to us directly. Indirectly, I don't know, people can get affected, I don't know, like, because every action will have a reaction, but direct affectees should not get affected, like my family, like my husband or my kids or my parents, or my my close people, they should not get affected. That I think should work. Let's just start thinking about it more. I always say that let's not go to the solution right away or my top 10 ways or the quick 5 tips. Let's not approach everything in that fashion. Let's try to think about it, like ponder about it, understand that what can I do now? What matches with my skill set? How can I approach it? Do all these things, and I believe you will come to a solution which will work for you, and you will be able to perform much better there and will be happy. Many a times, we are scared of making that decision because you might gain on some areas that you might start liking your work, but you might not have a very nice work-life balance, or you might not have time for yourself or your own needs. So that has, all those factors have to be taken into consideration. It's also right. It's also right that you might uh, not like one aspect of your job and you want to improve it, but for doing that you will have to do a change which will surely address this the pain area, but might affect the other things or other parts of your life which were rightly taken care of in your current job. So that is also something you need to see. So do this gauging and try to understand. But the golden rule here is the 80-20 matrix, which says if you're great at doing something and there is a high demand for it in the market but the low supply in the market, then you can use your skills to build a career in that area, and it will be a deadly combination, and you will be able to receive 80% of the results with just 20% of the efforts. With that, I'll end the video over here. It was nice connecting. We'll meet soon. Till then, bye. Take care. Lots of love.